And Sarah Jo of Marjo Hollerbillies.
And this is our sausage making adventure, which starts with our pre-prep and cleanup for the grind.
Let's get started. So we've cleaned and rinsed all of our equipment, our pieces of our equipment for our grinder right now. And this will be our grinding station. And this is our grinder. There's the pedal. Pretty simple process. Mark's going to start off here by assembling the grinder.
Very important the blades are the right way. And there's the little keyway guy on the grinder plate.
All courtesy of LEM too, by the way.
And then you just barely tight. It's all it needs to be. Then we take it over here to the grinder. Kind of maybe have to wiggle it around a little bit, and then there's the set screw on the one side you adjust. And then you grab your feed trough. Now you have an assembled grinder that is ready to go to work.
Okay, so next we're going to season our sausage, and it's just seasoned to however your family likes it. Our family likes a lot of sage, kosher salt, black pepper, and red crushed pepper. And we're going to be seasoning our chunked out pieces of pork that we cut off of our 4 pigs. Mark is going to start seasoning the sausage.
Which is all seasoned to taste. But I like about that much coarse ground kosher salt. This is about 50 pounds of pork. Put about that much crushed black pepper in it. Just keep going a little longer till you start getting a pretty good even coat across the whole surface, but not too thick, but depending on taste. And then crushed red pepper. Put that around to the better side. And there again, depending on taste, if you like it a little hotter or a little more mild, you put more or less of crushed red pepper or whatever spices you choose to put in it.
Sometimes we've done cheese, we've done
ground pepper.
Right.
And for about 50 pounds of sausage, you need roughly 3 containers of sage that are about that size. And that's about right. The best judge is after you've mixed it is a good smell test. After a thorough mixing, and then the grinder does the rest of the work. Just put that sage in. Don't worry if it's a little too thick anywhere or not, because the grinder's going to mix it all up in the end. But just get it out in there, and then you mix the tub.
It smells awesome, babe.
Yeah, it's getting there. Looks like a bunch of grass right now.
It does.
But then you just kind of work it in. This meat's kind of frozen a little bit. Can't really see it, but that's the way I like grinding it. Put in the bottom of a fridge, set on low overnight, and the meat's almost kind of half frozen and frosty. And that's the best way to have it for grinding, because it gives you, oh, lost a piece.
It's clean.
It's a clean table, it's okay.
And this is for us, so. Yeah, that's why we don't have gloves or anything on. This is for our family, and they're used to a couple imperfective things, I guess. Impurities would be the right word.
And just work it all down. Just you pull from the bottom and put it to the top. And just once you got it thoroughly mixed, and you look at it, you know, grab you a piece and it's like you see all your ingredients slicked out on like any piece you got. When you know the best judge of your sausage before you grind it, if you have it seasoned right, it's just a good smell test. And if it smells good to you, it'll probably taste all right in the end.
How did it smell, Paul?
It smelled pretty good. Maybe could use a little more sage, but we'll see what it turns out in the end after it's all ground.
Alrighty, let's get to grinding.
Yep, get the grind on. Well, we are loading the hopper on the grinder currently with our seasoned and chunked pork. You just want to look at your fat content. You maybe want like a third to 25% of lean, which is say that hunk, or a hunk like that. That's about a perfect hunk for sausage. That's maybe a third to a quarter of fat to lean, and that's how you want it. About right there, and that'll give you about the right fat content to make sausage and gravy and all, to make gravy and all that good stuff.
Have a good grease.
And that's about enough load on the grinder. So we'll reach over here and grab the foot pedal and the old track stomper.
She got a brisket nice and tender, best you ever tried. Well, she cooks so nice and slow, leave you satisfied. Kansas City to Memphis town, Arkansas on down. Come on into Mary's kitchen if you want your sausage ground. She got a sign on her front porch saying, hot stuff for sale.
We are all done grinding. Now next step is cleanup. It does get a little dirty.
Well, this is grinder breakdown and cleanup process after we ground the sausage. Just pop off your hopper, put it in the sink, and then you start just undo the nut off the front. Put that in the sink too. And to get your blades out, get your foot treadle, you just pump it, and see it just jumped right out of there. But see, you got all this ground meat, because after, when you're done the last load of meat, you grab you up some ground meat and throw in there to make sure you push all the unground meat out of it. And you pick off any excess, that's good enough to wash. But then you see here, under the blade, there's a bunch of good, you'll clean out about a patty's worth of meat out of your grinder when you pull it all out. But there's the auger, and then that's the plastic bearing washer, so it's not metal to metal contact in the back and putting metal shavings in it. But that's about it. And then you take your nut off, loosen the set screw there and pull your grinder throat off of it. And now you have a disassembled grinder that is ready to wash.
You're washing, right?
Yeah.
So there's everything cleaned up, ready to go for next time. So that's the conclusion
Of our
sausage making
adventure.
process. Yeah. So I'm Sarah Jo
This is Mark.
of Marjo Hollerbillies. Stay tuned for part 2 of the sausage packing process, and we very much appreciate you for watching. Happy sausage making.